What's going on, everybody? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Twitch? How you guys all doing today?
A lot better if stuff starts to bounce.
Yeah, dude, no, we were selling off too after hours.
I know.
What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing all here tonight? Thanks for joining me and the Wolf on this live stream. We have a tale of two different tapes today. Wolf is going to recap for you guys a really good trade on silver that we actually talked about this trade yesterday. We talked about this trade yesterday on the live stream and kind of the whole game plan on it. And we're able to capitalize on it today. The Wolf and a couple of others following him in chat today. Today was a red day for me, though, however, guys. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I was expecting today. And I'm disappointed with the way that I traded today. Honestly, I'm going to talk to you guys about some things that I think I could have done better today. I got caught up a little bit in some other trades that I probably, looking back on it, I missed some really good opportunity in a couple of other setups that I was paying attention to. Trying to fix my webcam here, and there we go. There was a couple of other trades that I was paying attention to, and I got caught up into extreme high volatile trades, two extreme high risk reward trades. Was able to take some profit off on one of them, but the other didn't work out for me. Was just not what I expected coming into the day today. We had a big gap down. I was expecting some other action, and today's a red day for me. So I'm going to recap the day here, guys. I'm going to recap with you my day, and then the Wolf is going to talk to you guys about a nice trade that he made in First Majestic Silver, and then we'll talk to you guys about what we see the markets doing over the next couple of days, because even after hours we traded lower. We traded lower. So a lot to discuss here today. That's why I was saying tale of two different tapes. Like I said, red day for me, green day for the Wolf, and we're going to go into all of that with you guys here today. All right. Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for joining us here today on this stream. We're going to start things off the same way we start off every stream, and that is with a blanket Q&A.
Yeah. First, let me say hi to everybody on my Twitter, because we're going to stream this, or we're streaming this through my Twitter tonight. So at Wolf of Weed Street, hello, people. My people are the most savage followers. They've been following me since 2014, and they are savages. And they're good shit talkers,
The Wolf Pack, man. It's the Wolf.
I have some of the best trollers, okay? So, guys, if you're watching this for the first time and you see me, really step up your trolling game, okay? Because I have some really good trolls on Twitter. They're high level. You guys need to be even higher. All right. But yeah, guys, we're going to talk about everything tonight. Pretty much if you watch everything I said yesterday, it all came to pass today. So with that, we're going to get into some questions. Adam, you can split screen it there you go. Look at that. Control booth is working great. Even though he called me Fat Darth Vader. Because of my shirt. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. We're going to start things off with a blanket Q&A. Go ahead, guys. Fire away. You guys have the floor for the first few minutes of our live stream. We're going to give time for people to log on. We're going to give some time for people to join us. So in the meantime, guys, go ahead, fire away. Justin L600 says, how can you tell the difference between profit taking and a trend reversal? Typically, Justin, a good way for you to try to determine between a trend reversal or just a profit taking pullback, a lot of it volume could be your key. Okay, not all the time, but volume could be a very telling factor when you guys are looking at a pullback and you're looking at a sell-off in a stock. Typically, what I like to see, and which can help me differentiate between trend reversal and just profit taking, is if you have high volume, increasing volume on the way up, then you have a low volume, decreasing volume pullback. I like to typically look at that as a profit-taking pullback, not an aggressive selling pressure, not a trend reversal, because the low volume on the pullback, that tells me there's not aggressive sellers that are stepping in, pushing that price of the stock lower. You're just getting buyers are starting to just kind of settle in a little bit. They're starting to calm down. People are starting to take some profits off the table, and then the trend could continue. But when you get a real high volume reversal in price action and you get increasing volume to the downside, maybe that volume is heavier to the downside than it is to the upside, that could be one of the telling signs that you have to watch out. You might have a complete reversal on your hands.
Yeah, that, and if it just blows through supports.
True.
Yeah. Occam's razor, the easiest answer is usually the correct one.
Yeah. Yo, Mav, what's up, brother? Mav says, Mike or Wolf, what skills from poker carry over into day trading? Guys, actually, when I got hired at the hedge fund, when I was on my interview, they actually asked me if I play poker. And they asked me if I was a good poker player, because a lot of the same characteristics and traits that make for a good poker player will make for a good trader. And those characteristics are really statistical probability, not falling in love with a particular hand or trade, knowing when it's time to fold a good hand, and knowing when it's time to exit, a losing trade, even if it was a good looking setup and you're not falling in love with that. Being patient, being a sniper and a poker player, you don't want to be a machine gunner. You don't want to go out there and play every single hand that you're dealt. You want to pick your spots, and you want to wait for opportunity when statistical probability is in your favor. Same thing when it comes to trading. As a trader, you want to be a sniper, not a machine gunner. You don't want to be going after every single trade setup that you see. You want to wait, be a sniper, and focus on the highest probability patterns, the highest probability setups. So there really is a lot of similarities when it comes to trading and poker. A lot of the same characteristics that make for a strong poker player also make for a strong trader.
You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be plenty of time for counting when the deal is done. Poker and trading summed up by the gambler, Kenny Rogers.
Guys, that's we have fun on these live streams, man. If this is your first time joining us for a True Trading live stream, welcome. You are in luck, because we have a lot of fun. We talk about a lot of education, but we also have a really good time doing it. We share a lot of information. We share our insight. We share our trade recaps, our analysis, our predictions, our forecasts, whatever it is. We answer questions. Guys, if this is your first time joining us, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to the channel, whether you're viewing us on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Facebook. Guys, make sure you follow the channel, subscribe, and of course, like this video. Guys, smash that like button for me. Let's go. Everybody, do me that solid favor. Smash that like button, guys. I appreciate you. I hope you guys appreciate the Wolf and I spending the time to go over this all with you. So, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Okay? Make sure you also share. Okay, click that share button. Share this live stream, guys. All right, and then we're gonna keep getting into this Q&A session.
All right. Yeah, Aaron Anderson, last Apple split, it dropped. It didn't drop like this, though, Aaron. It didn't drop like this. I mean, it also didn't accumulate $1.34 trillion in a 12-month period, or less than a 12-month period. 35 years to make $1 trillion, another less than a year to make another 1.34 trillion. Everything was just way too high, way too frothy. So, and the same with Tesla, everything needed a cool look. Everything got to that point where it was like, okay, we need to take profit.
Yep.
And that's what we're dealing with.
Things got too crazy too fast.
And guys, last Sunday, what I said was people were being put in a situation where they were like, nobody wanted to flinch. I think the term I used was musical chairs with like C4 underneath. And it's like, this guy doesn't sell, this guy doesn't sell. And then they go, oh, you selling? No, I'm not selling. I'm not selling. And you're like, oh, I'm going to sell. And this guy's like, hey, you selling? He's like, hey, oh, no, I'm not selling. Then everybody starts selling. And then we just cut through these levels like a hot knife. So, and it carries over. I mean, what did everybody, like there was no fundamental reason. There wasn't bad news. Look, I think today was exasperated. I can never say that word. Exacerbated. It's like one word I could never say. Anyway, you know the word. And about like China talks. Like we were talking about that yesterday. I was like, no, they would be like, what a stupid thing to talk about. I turn on CNBC today and they're like, well, now China talks are back on. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I thought that was like something from The Onion, like the stupidest time to do it. That's how it goes. And I also saw your other question or thing about Afria being the market leader in Canada for weed. Maybe for now, but they will run out of money before Kronos, way before. Exacerbated. Thank you. Small
Exacerbated.
Exacerbated. I had to look at it and read it. So, all right, guys, come on. What are some of your other questions?
Let's see. What about SoftBank betting against tech? What are my thoughts on Nikola? Is it the new Tesla? All right, so a lot of good questions. My thoughts on SoftBank betting against. I mean, I really don't. It doesn't really mean much.
Did they bet against them?
No, they were buying some options and basically you needed the people that were taking the trade needed to then buy actual shares to be able to handle the leverage on those trades. People are making way too big of a deal about this SoftBank thing. Some people were talking about this SoftBank taking big positions on some of these options in some of these like highly leveraged plays. I don't think it's really something that people really need to look too far into. One particular fund is not going to move a market. Okay, doesn't matter how big of a bet they make. They can make $1 billion bet. It doesn't matter. It's not going to move a market. What do I think about Nikola? Is it the new Tesla? Listen, guys. The news today with GM taking a stake in MKLA, it's great news for the company. But what I'm going to tell you guys all something right now about Tesla that I told all of our True Trading Group members maybe a month ago when everybody was asking me about Tesla. Everybody's like, should I buy Tesla? Should I buy Tesla? They announced the stock split. The stock starts to go crazy. Everyone's like, should I buy Tesla? Should I buy Tesla? And I was like, no. Tesla, I can't justify the valuation. I don't care how high that it keeps going. I can't justify the valuation. And what I specifically said to people was this. I'll tell you when I'm buying Tesla. And that time will be when Tesla sells off because of fears of competition. That's when you should be buying Tesla long term. You should buy Tesla long term when everybody's starting to talk about competition. Because what I want to show you guys right now, we can go to the charts real quick. What I want to show you guys right now is an example of what I'm looking for to happen in Tesla, because it already played out perfectly in Netflix. Okay. We already saw this happen in Netflix. It turned out to be maybe one of the buys of the year when this happened with Netflix. Okay. Let me just make sure we go to the charts. Calling into our producer to switch us over to the charts. All right, here we go. Okay, so like I said, now I want to show you guys right now real quick what I'm talking about. And everybody was asking me in here. Everyone's like, should I buy Tesla? Should I buy Tesla? And I just kept saying, no, I can't justify the valuation. And they said, well, when are you going to buy Tesla, Mike? And I said, I'm buying Tesla after Tesla pulls in on fears of new competition entering the market. That's exactly what happened to Netflix. Let me go to the daily chart on Netflix and let me zoom out. If you guys recall, in the middle of 2019, right here, see that massive sell-off in Netflix where Netflix went from like $380 all the way down to $250? See that big sell-off in Netflix? That was right around the exact same time that everyone was talking about the competition in streaming. People were talking about Disney's streaming service. People were talking about Roku and Hulu. Everyone was talking about Amazon and Apple TV, and everyone was talking about all of these streaming services that were coming out, and they were going to take market share away from Netflix, right? That was the concern. And Netflix sold off on the concern of increased competition, okay? But then what happened? People realized that, yes, just because there's increased competition, okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Netflix still can't swallow up market share, because Netflix was the first one to the party. Netflix already has brand loyalty. Netflix already has a ton of content. Netflix already has the platform and the subscribers and the international reach where it's going to be easier for them to continue to get new subscribers, more so than it may be for a new streaming service to be able to start to catch up. So once the initial fear of competition getting kind of sucking some value out of Netflix, then Netflix performed. They performed quarter after quarter with subscriber growth after subscriber growth, and they were able to then see that stock more than double within less than 12 months. That is exactly what I'm looking for to happen in Tesla. And when you guys take a look at Tesla, you can see Tesla with this big sell-off over these last couple of days from 500 all the way down to 310. That is a massive, massive pullback in Tesla. And what exacerbated that sell-off today was the news of General Motors partnering up with Nikola, NKLA, and a lot of people looked at that as, oh my God, now Tesla's going to have major competition. And yes, will they have competition? Of course they will. They're going to get more competition. Volkswagen, all these other car companies will be coming out and competing against Tesla. So you're going to get all of a sudden the news headlines on Tesla while the stock pulls back in are going to be competition, competition, competition. That's going to give you a pullback in Tesla, as we've already seen. But then what's going to happen is once the initial pullback and the valuation cut and the discount that you're going to see on Tesla's valuation for fear of competition is going to eventually in the very near term be subsided. And that's going to be because Tesla is going to be able to come out and say, great, Nikola, GM, I'm glad you guys partnered. Great, Volkswagen, congratulations. Ford, Chrysler, do your thing, guys. But guess what? We still have, hands down, by far, the strongest brand loyalty, the most exciting, innovative technology that people just cannot compare. The technology that you have in electric vehicles with Tesla to some of the other technology in the electric vehicle market, they're still the dominant market player in the space. And the next couple of quarters, Tesla's going to go and they're going to prove that. So that's why I think that the pullback and the sell-off that you're experiencing, okay, and I talked about this. I'm not sure how many of you have been watching my live streams now for a while, or some of you TGD members, if you guys recall me having these conversations with you all when you were talking to me about Tesla when it was running in wild in August, asking if you should buy it in your long-term portfolios. And I told everybody that I'm waiting until the news headlines on Tesla are competition, competition, competition. And today was day one of competition. news headlines with GM and NKLA partnering. So I welcome this pullback. I love this pullback. I'm going to try to be a buyer like below that $300 level. If this thing gets anywhere near like the 250 level, I think that's a 50% haircut from the all-time high. If we go from 500 down to 250, I'm absolutely going to be a buyer in those levels. And then if this gets anywhere near 200, I'm going to take the biggest bite out of this stock as I possibly can in my long-term portfolio if Tesla gets down to 200. Okay. So like I said, I'm a buyer of this thing down below 300. I'm going to buy it in pieces. So it'll be 300, 250, 200. And I'm going to keep cash on the sidelines to start to build my position in Tesla. But just to keep that in mind, okay, the sell-off based on competition is a welcomed sell-off for anybody that is looking to get long Tesla, because that's what you want. You want people to bail on Tesla because they are fearful that other companies are going to steal their limelight. And then if you believe in Tesla, then your belief is that it doesn't matter the competition that comes into the market. Tesla is the dominant player, and they will continue to prove that quarter after quarter. And then the share price will reflect that over the coming years. So you welcome this sell-off on competition fears so that you can buy stock cheaper, and then you'll be handsomely rewarded for it over the next couple of years. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to everybody on my explanation there on Tesla and what I plan on doing. And then, don't forget, you also have Battery Day on September 22nd. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about Battery Day.
Yep. It needed a break, guys. All right. No crypto question.
Yeah, guys, I don't trade crypto. So I can't even really help you think about it.
I hate crypto. Sorry. Here's one. Oh man, just lost it. It was about airlines and some other things holding up today. Yeah, if there's going to be an exodus from tech, I don't necessarily think that the money is just going to come right out. It's not like maybe some people are buying a house, a yacht, whatever, Star Wars memorabilia. But a lot of people are just going to rotate into other things. Not that you saw like crazy rotation today. Like I rotated some things today. I added to some long terms. I didn't take money out of my account. So, what are the areas that have been hardest hit and that are stories that are easy to understand? Transportation, commodities, energy. So thoughts on Delta? Delta's a very well-run company. Look, if there was any company, any U.S. carrier that I think was had the highest probability of going bankrupt, it would be American Airlines. Delta is pretty well run, as is United, Southwest, JetBlue.
I own United. For those that are wondering, I only own one airline. It's United.
As much as I hate Spirit Airlines, which is Save, they're actually pretty well run.
Yeah, I know. I hate the airline like in real life, but stock wise, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Look, and instead of trying to pick, you could always go to JETS, which is the ETF for all these companies, which makes a lot of sense. And one of the things that I told people to invest in last month was Expedia. I think I did it on this stream. No debt, and it's going to have all the benefit. It's just kind of like another trade to do based off of transportation picking up. Now, as for hotels, that's a little bit different. I'm not invested in any hotels. I think my wife is invested in like Marriott, but she has no idea what she owns. I wouldn't put that trade on just because the hotel industry is just going to be, it's going to be pretty different. And I'm sure some of you have stayed in hotels. It's a different experience altogether right now. You know, so yeah, business travel. It's just, you know what? There are just better trades out there, right? Like my favorite trade right now, or my favorite thing to take profit and then put it into, is some of the sin stocks, mainly Budweiser, because it's an easy story to understand. It's way off its 52-week high, which is $105. And guys, people are going to drink again. We're going to go back to doing keg stands and, pouring beer on our shirts. Well, not me, but the young kids. So, and I'm sure that since the pandemic has started, they've been running very lean. People are still drinking Budweiser. They're not drinking as much. So I think when we get back to normalcy, and some of the companies like Budweiser or STZ, which I already own, that's Constellation Brands, or like Diageo, or SAM, which is Samuel Adams, they're going to have great quarters, and blowout quarters because of, probably some of their best margins on these quarters. Yeah, crazy, right? STZ. I actually alerted that in TTG when I first came on at $127.
Look at this run from 2012. My goodness.
I know, right?
That's insane.
And it has a dividend.
Is that 1,000%?
Yeah.
Yep, sure as hell is. That's a 1,000% gain from 2012 to 2018's high. Wow.
Yeah. Dude, they make everything.
Yeah, they really do.
And they're in the weed biz. See, the crazy thing about STZ is a lot of people talk a lot of shit about it because, they gave Canopy a ton of money, like $5 billion. Not that they gave it to them, they purchased. A lot of people forget that before they did that deal, they purchased 9.9% of Canopy at a ridiculously cheap price, okay, in comparison. The money that they made from that deal funded a huge portion of that $5 billion. So they made a ton of money on that Canopy deal. For everybody that thinks that was a bad deal for Constellation Brands, it hasn't been at all. So yeah.
Let's see. The crude oil price has me thinking we have more downside coming fast. Thoughts? I'm not necessarily looking at I'm not necessarily really looking at oil prices to help me dictate, market direction. I think that there's something that I've realized, guys, over the last couple of days, not even last couple of days, over the last couple of months, is that a lot of the traditional coupling or correlated trades that have held true, okay, are really starting to break down in this environment. There's been a lot of correlation, and they're not directly correlated, but there's some indirect correlations with, like gold and silver and the overall markets and oil, the overall markets and the VIX, like the VIX and gold. There's been these indirect correlations that have held true for so long, and a lot of those correlations are breaking down. Like today's perfect example. Today you have the UVXY and the VIX red on a day when the Nasdaq is down 4% and the Dow's down 630 points. Does that make sense to anybody? It just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense to anybody that we are in a time where you can actually have a 4% down day on the Nasdaq and a 630 point decline on the Dow, and the VIX is red. The UVXY is down 4%. You would be thinking to yourself, how in God's name is that possible? Okay. And it's like a lot of these correlations that have held for a while are breaking down. I think they're breaking down just because it truly is unprecedented times. It truly is, this is an environment and a market that is a first for everyone. We've never had this type of stimulus before. We've never had a Federal Reserve with trillions of dollars on the line here, being pumped into different markets. And I think it's breaking down a lot of correlation. And I'm not really looking at the price of oil and saying that that's going to be something that I think is going to move the markets necessarily. So I'm not looking at oil to kind of dictate for me price direction in the markets.
No, and it's not influencing the oil stocks either.
Yeah.
And I said that yesterday. I've got some oil stocks. They look like crap. I have Oxy, I have Chevron, and I have Exxon. And I mean, Oxy is natural gas, so that thing got beat today. Just beat. They're not getting any of the benefit of like if oil goes to 45 a barrel, 50 a barrel. I mean, or 42 a barrel for right where we are right now. But if it drops, they're getting all of that downside risk. So the energy trade isn't really on. I mean, since March, I've filled my car up 3 times. And that's I shit you not. So I have I drive a Denali, and I filled it up 3 times. In my wife's car, maybe we filled it up like 3 or 4 times. But
yeah, Oxy is ugly. Someone just said Oxy sucks right now. Oxy's ugly. Yeah, Oxy's trading like something's wrong. And that stock has gone straight down, man, since June. Since a June high, that stock's gone straight down. Buffett also sold it, I believe.
Yeah, since Buffett sold his stake. That's all it takes right now in this market. It wasn't a real fast mover to begin with, but, you would think that with everything going on. I mean, the Oxy trade was good for about a week, and that was before the hurricane came through. And you would think, if we were in like normal times, that trade would still be on. But it's just gone the complete opposite way.
Ben Keecher says, can you guys explain what happened with the anomaly in NVIDIA after the close? It shot up $30 and came right back down in minutes. That's not an anomaly. It actually did not shoot up that high and then come back down. It's just a misprint. That's all it is, just a misprint. Sometimes some trades get lost. Okay, some trades don't actually print through, and market makers or trade desks have to actually, because the trade still took place, they still have to print it. So it's just a misprint. That's all it is. The stock didn't actually go up and trade up there. It's just a print. It's just a trade being printed that maybe took place hours ago or the day before that just never printed, and they still have to print it. So sometimes you get those misprints, but that's all it is.
Yeah. Somebody asked a question from my Twitter. What do I think of the MSOS ETF? So the MSO ETF, titled ticker symbol MSOS, tracks multi-state operators. These are the companies that are primarily in the United States. The reason for this ETF is people in Robinhood, people in Webull, people in Merrill Lynch, people at institutions and certain funds aren't able to purchase these companies because you can only buy them on the OTC or on like the CSE. So there's restrictions for them to buy it. So what this ETF did is it solved the problem of it. It put a bunch of these companies into the portfolio and it trades on the New York Stock Exchange. So now if they want exposure, they can go about it this way. Now, what do I think about it? Their top 5 holdings are all stocks that I own, which is great. And ironically enough, their top 5 holdings are exactly in the order that I have them in. So it's Curaleaf, Green Thumb, and then it's Trueleaf, TerraSend, and a couple of others. Now, this thing came out at like $25. I bought some. I don't mind holding it. It just so happened that it came out on the day the market started to drop. So, because this ETF is weighted with all of these companies and the MSOs have pulled back. I mean, guys, these were really overbought in most of August. So they really needed a cool down. Because of the way that the ETF operates, it's going to pull back. But longer term, it's going to outperform MJ, HMMJ, YOLO, even my buddy's ETF, THCX, or Tim Seymour's Velocity, which I forget the symbol. Anything that's holding stocks in Canada isn't worth, Look, I don't think that you need to buy ETFs anyway, just because I think it's lazy. And most of the stuff that they hold is garbage. Like the main holding I wouldn't own anything in like long-term in like the MJ ETF. I think the only things that I own are IIPR in there. I sold out of my GW Pharma, and then I've got a little bit of Kronos. That's it. So, create your own ETF. This is one of the things that we've been doing in TTG. Actually, I'm doing, not this week, but the following week, I'm going to do a 2-hour webinar on pot stocks as we head into the election, because I have an election strategy that I will employ, that I employed in 2016 and, all that stuff. So that is going to be one of the things that we're going to go over. But yeah, make your own ETF and stay active. The one thing about some of these ETFs, the good thing about MSOS is that it's active, which means they're not just buying a bunch of stocks and then waiting every 3 months to be like, all right, let's cut this one because it's dog shit. Let's add this one because we should have, they're not doing anything like that. They're like, oh man, this one looks like crap. Let's just dump it now. Let's pick this one up. They've got really good news, and that's the way that's how ETFs should be run. We've created our own little ETF in TTG with some of these stocks, and we've sold all of them at the highs, bought dips. I think the ones that we caught the most on were Harvest. We caught 57%, and then TerraSend for like another 50%. And then we've taken profit and then lowered our averages. So, we're completely in the driver's seat. So, yeah.
Great. All right, guys. Real quick, guys, before we continue, real quick, I want to do a little check in. How many of you on this live stream right now are not a TTG member? If you are not a TTG member, I want you to go ahead and type TTG in the chat right now. If you're not a member, I want you to type TTG. I want to get a feel for how many people we have here that are not members. Dougie Fam, what's up, brother? The PETA, Travis, Casey Hope, Dove Productions, Justin Richardson, Scott Wickman. Everything's monetizable. Damn, I love your username. Eddie says, Rollin, DL, Razim Kane, what's up? I remember you from the live stream last night. Captain Yakish, Jan Baby, Noble Eagle, one day, brother, one day. Pierre Luis, Darko, BWC, Catan, It's Sack, Quessy, Johnny Wise, Kiem Ho. What's up, guys? Emmerich, Sam McKee, I like it. He says, not yet. I like that. I like that. Dan Ferreira, Nick Sorrentino, Art Rock. All right, guys. Very nice. Well, listen, if you guys are not yet TTG members, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on any of these live streams or any of the videos that we're going to be posting here going forward. Okay. MJ, what's up? NJ Crespin says, I've been a member of TTG since April 8th, and my only regret is not becoming a member sooner. My man. MJ, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. All right, next, guys, how many of you are members of TTG3? How many of you are members of TTG3? If you are part of our 7-day trial program, I want you to type the number 3 in chat right now. If you are part of our 7-day trial program, guys, go ahead and type the number 3. Yes, Dawn Howard says, I'm working on it. Dawn, I'm ready when you are. Yo, Rollin20 says, I'm addicted to this and to these guys. These guys are pure wise men. So thank you, Rollin. All right, here's our TTG3 people. Dove Productions, Razim Kane, Kiem Ho, Kaleem Jafferji, Daryl Shanks. Don't Run says, I'm signing up today or tomorrow. Beautiful, Don't Run. I'll be waiting for you. Sam McKee. All right. So we got a couple of our TTG3 members that are in here.
Yeah, they should be happy.
Yeah, I hope our TTG3 members, are you guys enjoying your trial with us? Harsha, are you guys enjoying your Nomadic Investor? Are you guys enjoying your 7-day trial with the TTG fam? For those of you that are not members, okay, if you guys are interested, we do have a 7-day trial. It's only $3. It's a one-time payment of $3. You get 7-day access to our member dashboard. You also get 3 days in our live trading chat room where I share my screen and I talk to you on the mic and we give out real-time trade alerts. You can also direct message the Wolf and I. You can ask us questions throughout the course of the trading day. You get 3 days in chat. You also get 3 courses that I put together that I think these courses are guaranteed to make you guys a better trader just on these 3 courses alone. You also get access to our Benzinga Pro newsfeed and our Squawk Box. So you'll get up to second news briefs that come straight from Benzinga. You'll also can listen to our Squawk Box and listen to audio news headlines on audio as the feed comes through. And you can also see our trade history. So you guys can see, all my trades, all the Wolf's trades, all our other moderators' trades. You guys, we're fully transparent in True Trading Group, guys. So the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great, you guys can get access to. If you guys are ever wondering or considering, is True Trading Group right for me? This is your time to figure that out because you can join us for 7 days for just $3. It's not reoccurring. It's a one-time payment. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but you're under no obligation to do so, guys. So if you're interested in that, it's just $3. Okay. You're interested in that, go to www.ttg3.com. 3 is spelled out, not the number. So it's ttgthree.com. All right. I welcome and invite all of you that are interested in True Trading Group to check us out on that 7-day trial. I'm sure with 3 days in chat, with those 3 courses, with our trade history, our Benzinga Pro newsfeed, our stock profile tool, which is our due diligence tool that we use in TTG when we're looking up different information and analyst ratings on particular stocks. You guys get access to that too. I'm confident you guys try us out. You're going to be ecstatic to join myself, the Wolf, and the rest of the TTG fam.
Yeah, if there was a way that I could just pay for everybody.
Razine Kane says, these guys are the real deal. Over the past 3 months, I've been searching for a place that teaches you how to trade for yourself instead of selling you the dream. Razine Kane, man, I look forward to trading with you on a regular basis, brother. If the Dow drops below 50%, will the Fed intervene? The Fed is already intervening. They have already intervened.
Will.
We are not dropping 50%.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great.
I'd be the happiest person alive.
You have no idea how I'd sell every single one. I'd sell every piece of Star Wars memorabilia. I'd sell my.
I'd start liquidating stuff.
I'll tell you what I'll keep. I'm gonna keep my kids, my wife, and my prenup. That's it.
Everything has to go. Everything, the house,
everything
cars,
has to go.
The jewelry, the watches, it's got to go. Everything's going. I'm going to raise as much cash as I possibly can, and I'm going to go on a massive shopping spree, and I'm going to buy up every single tech name that I can get my hands on. Oh, man. Yeah, guys, no, we're not. I was pounding the table in March that this is the greatest wealth building opportunity of my lifetime. And in True Trading Group, the Wolf and I were telling you guys what stocks we were buying in March. I bought some more stocks in April, and I'm up, we're up over 100% on a lot of them. I'm up 100% on a lot of them, guys. It was nuts. It was nuts. King Cyrus, I hate Wells Fargo. If you're going to own a bank, I'd rather see you own like Citigroup or JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. I hate Wells Fargo. I think they're the worst bank in the banking system. I think they have so many issues. The stock's underperformed. I think they're the worst of the banks. So I don't like Wells Fargo. I actually used to put it this way. Put it this way, guys. Let me tell you why. I'm also biased. Because this is why I hate Wells Fargo. I used to have money with Wells Fargo. I used to have my IRA and long-term portfolios with Wells Fargo. And when I changed and I was like, okay, I'm taking my money out of Wells Fargo and I'm going to JP Morgan, was when my financial advisor at Wells Fargo was asking me for stock advice. And I said, wait a second. You're asking me what I think about these particular stocks or these particular sectors. You're asking me about the overall markets. Why am I paying you? And I said, I'm out of here. Okay. I'm out of here. And that's when I switched over to JP Morgan. Nope, Travis, no way, man. You see, you give people an inch, they ask for a mile. Travis says, 7 days for $3. Can I get a month for 12? If I make money, I'll buy an annual membership.
Yeah.
Dude, for $3, I'm telling you, you're gonna get 3 days in chat with us, trading with us live side by side. You're gonna get 3 courses, full courses with multiple chapters that I think are guaranteed to make you guys better traders. You know, it's like, come on, it's a cup of coffee.
Yo, hey, what's going on, guys?
Can't help himself.
I just want to intervene for just a quick second.
Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, guys, what's going on? My name's Adam. I am co-founder of True Trading Group. They call me Shug because of Jason.
I give everybody names.
Yep. Guys, I just want to go ahead. Anyone in here that is trying to negotiate on $3, Joe, please, because Joe's manning the chat. Joe, ban them from the channel, please. I don't know what to say about that. It's $3, guys. You either want to try it or you don't.
Skip trades just says, guys, TTG's worth $20,000 a year. Trust me.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, look, super great.
So insulting. I'm so insulted by somebody. Like, if I could pay the $3 for everybody, I would.
No. Hell no. You're not gonna pay the $3 for them. Let them pay $3 to figure out if it's for them or not. It's $3. If you don't want to go ahead and spend.
Oh, he said he's buying it. He said he's buying it. Travis says he's buying it. He said, all right, guys, I'm in. He said, I'm buying it.
Hey, bro.
All right, Travis, damn it.
Travis, don't do me any favors, dude. You know? Jesus.
Travis, I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be the best $3 you ever spent in your life. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
God. All right, that's all I got, guys. I just, the haggling over $3. All right, Kevin Bernard says about 175. Kevin Bernard, it's done.
Kevin, you're out of here.
No, I'm gonna give it to him. That was ballsy.
No, he's kidding.
No, I know. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna go now. I'll be back.
Hey, Wolf, tips on setting up a watch list for new day traders. Tips. Look, you can't really see it on my phone. So people always ask me about my rig. All right. So I'm going to try and, all right, cool. So I use this app. All right. And this is how I set it up. All right. These are all my tickers, okay, that I want. Now, the name of this stream is called Corona Volatility. And these are the stocks that I watch right now, but I have it also broken down into different sectors, from transportation to banking to stocks that I want to short if the vaccine for the coronavirus comes out. Look, when you're setting up your watch list, the most important thing is keep it tight, okay? Obviously over years, I've ended up watching a ton of stocks, okay? But you could break it down. I think everybody needs to watch Apple, SPY, because, they're market movers. On top of that, you've got to be looking at QQQ, IWM. But then you need to pick a bunch of stocks that you understand, and these could be anything from American Airlines. So for me, I really like US Steel. Roku is one of those. Look, when you put together the watch list, there's really no wrong way to put together a watch list. It's it's just a matter of going after certain stocks. You've got to watch them. You need to understand the levels. For me, if I'm not trading, I'm looking at a bunch of different stocks all at the same time. I mean, like today, I had my alert again for BYND. My alert went off. I went to get in, and it was like, boop, So there's no wrong way to make a watch list. I can't give you my watch list because there's literally too many in there, and I don't want to be here all night. So, what's that app name? It's ADVFN, but you could put together a list like this with the TTG platform. I just have mine in app form. It's the iHub app. So I pay $80 a month for real-time level 2 for, everything. Real-time trades and all that good stuff. Next question.
Yes, Harsha, you can register tomorrow morning whenever you're ready. No rush.
All right, let's go start going over some trades.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's been an hour already. I don't understand.
Yeah, just look.
I don't understand. I don't understand where the time goes. I feel like we're on here for 20 minutes, and it's just like bang! It's an hour of questions. It's crazy. It's crazy how time just flies when we're doing this. All right, guys, let's talk about some trades here from the day. I'm going to get into my trades here first. So we're going to go over to the charts here now. All right, and I'm going to talk to you guys about something in the overall markets today, which was tough. We had action here today in the overall markets with this big gap down to start off the day. And everybody came into the day today with this big gap down thinking that we're going to have a lot of volatility. Okay. All right. We came into the day today with this big gap down. Everyone's looking for volatility. We had tremendous volatility the last 2 days. All right. Thursday and Friday, we had tremendous volatility. Then you get this big gap. When you got this big gap, okay, people are going to start to be thinking to themselves, and they're going to start to be looking for, are going to be starting to look for volatility to continue. When you get a big gap like this, okay, you're going to have people that are going to take just two sides of the trade. Most of them are not going to be looking for sideways action. You're going to be looking for either, okay, we're going to gap down, we're going to crap out, we're going to sell off, and we're going to continue to the downside, or we're going to gap down, Friday's lows are going to hold, they're going to bounce back, and you're going to get a snapback action, and you're going to get a little bit of a relief bounce. But either way, you would expect like a 6, 7, 8 point move in either direction once you get a gap like that. So a lot of people were expecting volatility to continue, including myself. I was one of those people that was expecting that type of volatility to continue. And what I did here today, guys, so today was a red day for me. Okay, today was a red day for me, and I want to walk you guys through my trades and my analysis. I don't just sit here and talk to you guys about the good days, but I'll also give you guys the bad days. So it's a red day for me. It's a green day for Jason. I'm going to walk you guys through my trades. And we're going to let Jason go over his trade with you guys. So what I saw here today was on the gap down, right? We broke down beneath Friday's lows. We bounced back up. We actually formed a real nice ascending wedge pattern. Okay. We formed a real nice ascending wedge pattern with resistance right at what was a little pivot support area yesterday. And it's also your 50 Fibonacci retracement level. So once we kind of pierced out of that ascending wedge and then broke beneath it, I went ahead and I bought SPY put options right there on that break out of that ascending wedge pattern. Okay, so I went in here and I bought the 335 strike puts on tomorrow's expiration. I knew they were going to be an extreme high volatility trade. I really went after it today. Like I went after two very, very high volatile option trades that were both extreme high risk, high reward trade setups where you're going to be risking 30, 40% to the downside to potentially make 150, 175% to the upside. That was really the risk reward that I was going after there today. And I bought some put options there. We immediately broke down. We broke down below VWAP. I took a piece of my position off the table below VWAP. Okay. I took a piece of my position off the table once we cracked down beneath VWAP. And then as we started to then rally ourselves back, at this point, I'm saying to myself, it really just started to feel like at this moment is when I started to say to myself that we might just get an inside day because there was no follow through to the downside on that ascending wedge break. Like there was a lot of instances like where I was looking for either us to then roll over right here and get down to the lows. Then we bounced back and tested it. Then I was looking for us to roll over right here to go down and test the lows, and we still didn't do so. And then we ended up pushing ourselves back higher. And it looked like here we were going to start to then just work our way back up to retest the highs. And I could not take that much risk on my trade. This was such a high volatile, high risk reward trade. I really was going after this for the morning breakdown and the morning sell off. And I did not have really enough time on this contract to where the position size that I had would have been where I would have been able to maintain my risk tolerance on the option trade. Because again, it's a very high volatile option expiring tomorrow. Going into a SPY option trade, you might be risking even 50% of your position on a next day expiration SPY option. So I knew the risk I was taking going into it. I adjusted my position size to account for that risk. But I just could not hold this much longer without going outside of my risk tolerance. So I ended up stopping out of this trade as we popped our heads back above VWAP here. So again, I'll go over this. Here was the entry, first take profit, and then I got flat. Turns out that we did end up pulling back in, and I could have made a lot more money had I held on to the position down in this region. But we still never got back down to test that morning low. So I don't even know for certain if I would have even taken profits off at this moment. I would have maybe waited for us to get down and test that low of the day. Okay, where I could have gone in there and I could have really, been able to take more profits off the table. And then you can see we ended up bouncing all the way back for the next 2.5 hours. Guys, the time decay on that option for the next 2.5 hours as the SPY moved higher, you probably would have been down over 60% on your position had you held on to that trade. And I just wasn't comfortable holding that position for that long. So this was really a case of I really went after a very specific, very timed trade where my risk was high, but my reward was high. And the timing just didn't work out. We ended up selling off late in the day, but the risk that I would have been taking on if I held through this entire 3.5 hour move would have been absolutely brutal on that time decay. And I just was not positioned for my position size was just too large to be able to wait that out. Okay, my position size was just too large to wait that out. And I made a decision to stay within my risk tolerance and I exited the trade. Okay. I exited the trade on the rest of that position and I did not get the follow through that I was looking for. Okay. So that was my SPY trade. Does anybody have any questions about that SPY trade specifically before I move on to my next trade? Yeah, exactly, Christian. Implied volatility but also it's the time decay really. The time decay with that option expiring tomorrow was brutal. But I knew it going into it. I adjusted my position size for it. But, even with that said, I had to stick to my risk tolerance and I bailed on the trade. Where did I think the SPY goes tomorrow?
Believe it or not, tech's up almost 0.7%. SPY and Dow are flat. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I could see the SPY tomorrow maybe pushing a little bit lower in the morning and then bouncing in the afternoon. Like maybe tomorrow we get down to like 328, 327.50, and then we finish the day like 333, something like that.
I'm not as pessimistic as Mike. Again, I know that a bunch of you are holding calls because you're programmed to buy the dip. I'll give you my thoughts. Let me take a quick look. 333. 336. 336 close. That's it. That's all I got. Let's see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, now let's get into my next trade. And my next trade was these two trades that I put on was almost really kind of like a hedge, because I did calls and I did puts separately. Um, I did calls and I did puts separately to kind of hedge my position. And neither one of them worked out. That's why I'm saying today was a red day for me. When Tesla had its gap down, okay, we had the morning sell off, then we broke through that initial high. Okay, when we broke through that initial high, I just stepped in right here and I bought a couple of Tesla call options. And I was looking for Tesla to get back to test Friday's low. Okay, I was looking for Tesla to get back up and test Friday's low, which is 372. Actually had an order sitting out here in the call option to take profits off in front of Friday's low, and I missed my fill by about 60 cents, which on the Tesla call option is, you might as well have missed it by 1 penny. That's how fast the Tesla options move. So I missed getting a fill there on profit by very, very marginal amount. In the meantime, while I have SPY puts, I just got myself into some Tesla calls, just kind of almost hedged my position. But Tesla just was trading sideways as well. And I'm just saying, man, I'm just getting eaten alive on time decay and IV crush on these trades. I'm like, I can't sit here and just stay in these positions because the time decay is just going to really start to eat away at me. And I exited my Tesla position right there on that break right there beneath VWAP. Okay. So again, I'll draw it out for you. There was the call option entry, and then there was the exit. So a red day for me here today, guys. On the day, I thought I was getting, going to try something there to kind of, hedge the position, and then see, whichever trade started to pan itself out, that I can cut the other trade loose and let the winning trade ride. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. You got continued weakness in Tesla, and you got just an absolute sideways chop fest in the SPY for the first, 4 hours of the day, 5 hours of the day. Was basically just sideways choppy action in the SPY. And I thought we were going to have more volatility than that today. I didn't expect the SPY to stay in that tight of a range after this big of a range that we had the last 2 days and such a big gap down. I expected more volatility today, and we just didn't get it. And, it's funny because I talked earlier to you guys about, UVXY is what? UVXY was down, was negative today. Does that make sense to you guys? UVXY closed near the low of the day. How is the UVXY red on the day if the NASDAQ's down 4%, the Dow's down 630 points, and the SPY's also red 2.5%, whatever it is? So there was just no volatility today. You just had the gap down and then sideways action. And I was not positioned for sideways action. Today is a day that if you just traded an iron condor on the SPY, you would have banked. You would have banked on that volatility and that IV crush, that time decay. You would have banked. But I expected more volatility today, and it's just, I didn't get it. I was wrong today. So I took an L today, guys. I took an L. I took an L. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the Tesla trade before I let Jason move on?
All right.
All right. No questions. All right, cool.
Perfect.
All right, guys, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn it over to Jason. I'll let him talk to you guys about his trade today.
Okay, guys. Hey, sorry, I was just eating. I made some dynamite.
You eating pizza? You eating pizza?
No, I was eating curry.
I had curry yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I made it yesterday. I ate it before my wife could. Everybody has to do their part during a pandemic. So yeah, guys, yesterday, one of the trades that I talked about putting on, both trades that I talked about, I actually put on today. The main one and the one that we're going to discuss now is AG, which is First Majestic Silver. Now, one of the things that I said is, silver tends to flop overnight, and then it, especially this particular equity has been like an ATM machine the last week, and I intend to just play that pattern until it stops working. Also, one of the things that I want to do right now, especially with the market the way it is I don't want to go after anything very volatile, like Tesla or the SPY. I won't even trade Tesla unless it's Friday at like 3 o'clock when I'm just buying YOLOs. And this is one of the things that especially new option traders need to understand is the volatility of the option that you're trading. And I always say, if you need to know whether or not to buy an option like this, is can you afford 10 contracts? And if those 10 contracts went to zero, will it blow up your account? It's usually the easiest way. So yeah, yesterday I talked about AG possibly retesting $11, and guess what happened? It tested $11. Now, the great part about this trade is that we've done this trade. We've done 3 different round trips on it. We played the 1150s twice. I actually played the $12 calls before it, and did all right. But played the 1150s for 30% gain, 25% gain, I think a 40% gain. And now on Friday we got into the $11 calls at 67 cents. And sold them all the way to 90 cents on Friday, getting out of the bulk of our position, leaving some just in case, but really just completely de-risking. And then today rolls around and AG does exactly what we wanted it to. And this is something that I said yesterday, like if this thing pulls back, I'm excited because I know there's a lot of support. And there's also a fundamental reason why we're buying this, right? It's because the market is in this state of how do I hedge? Where should I go? What are the safe havens? And so people are generally going to look to gold and silver. I almost actually put on a GLD trade today when it was at 179.50 to get in those 180 calls. But the reason I didn't get into it is because the IV crush on that thing just sucks. That is one of the quickest decaying options out there. Same for SLV. AG, boring, okay? Boring is great in this market. So gets down to 11 and start going after calls again. Now, we're already going into this call with a lot of insurance. Basically, I could have bought over 100 options and it would have been paid for by the last 2 trades that I did on this particular stock. So it feels really good going into a Tuesday when you're watching the world fall apart and everybody just panic and shit their pants, and you get into probably one of the most boring options out there, okay? But it's boring to the people not in it. I can tell you everybody that was in this option today was not bored. So we got in at 60 cents and we nailed it, all right? $11. Actually, some people got 59 and 58 cents. So 59, 58 cents, and we start doing exactly what it always does, all of a sudden 11.15. And then the first real resistance is going to be 11.20, because 11.20 before, that's where we were buying our 10.50 calls. And it was support. Obviously, as you know, when a support breaks down, it becomes resistance. I learned that from Jason Simmons. You can too. Jason Simmons does all the charting in the morning for everybody. He's great. You guys will love him. So that starts happening, and now I still have some of my calls from Friday. Okay. at 66 and 67 cents. So first take profit comes 75 cents. Okay. I sell those. Those are the first ones to go. Okay. And then next take profit, 80 cents. Sell the remainder. Okay. Or I think I sold pretty much all of them on that first go. So now all I'm holding is 60-cent calls. Okay. 60-cent calls. I already made a ton from Friday, rolled it right back in, took a little bit of a bigger position, and now just watching this thing just go tick by tick by tick as the market starts to just kind of go crazy. Next take profit, 84 cents for a tidy 40% gain. Okay, 40% gain on probably one of the most boring stocks out there. And we get to 90. That's a 50% gain. Top take profit was 96 cents. And then we pulled back. I think I took profit one more time at 90 and then kept like 10% of my position. All right. But the moral of the story is, in times of mass confusion, everybody, running around with like their heads cut off, understand the boring stocks, understand low volatility options. Low volatility options, when somebody asks me, well, why do you trade them? I say low volatility options keep the lights on. Okay. And what that means is, I'll make a lot of money just trading low volatility options back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Think about it. If, let's say you just bought 10 contracts of the 1150 from Wednesday, okay? So you get in 57 cents, you sell it at 70. All right, that's $220. And you get back in the next day at 51. All right, sell it at 70. All right, you're making another $200. So you're going in to Thursday, $400 green. You get into the low volatility option again, but this time it's an $11 or whatever. And you've got tons of insurance, and you've taken a 10 contract position and turned it into $1,000. So these options, these low volatility options, they have to be part of your arsenal of like things to go after. But also, they're going to fund the options that are like Roku or Apple or Tesla or anything, And this is one of the things that I use when we go through the one-on-ones with people. It's pot stocks is usually maybe 20 minutes of the conversation. The rest is just understanding how to trade these low volatility options and then come up with, some of these quick little tips to make, this ended up being a home run trade, 60%. But when you string them together with all the other trades, basically I'm going into this trade and probably the trade from Friday with no risk. It would have taken a lot for me to lose money on this. And that's how it had to be. You want to go in and play with house money, and just build these trades with house money. And then when you see the perfect setup, you go after it. And that's exactly what we did. And a lot of people in TTG just crushed it on this. So yeah. So down there is the code TTG Wolf. And, I see Shug is extending the Labor Day sale, which basically means more work for me, because that means fuck you. Because basically that means that anybody that signs up tonight still gets a one-on-one with me. Thanks, Adam. So yeah, you still get a one-on-one with me, but more importantly, I'm going to be doing a webinar not this Friday, but next Friday on pot stocks. So you get the pot stocks, you get the benefit of all the pot stock stuff, and then you get the one-on-one with me. And guys, you want the one-on-one with me because we are solidly booked for one-on-ones.
Dude, I'm booked. I'm booked. I think until January.
I know. I've been doing some of your one-on-ones. So, so yeah.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, I mean, I didn't even know we were doing that. Shug just extended that Labor Day sale, which expired at midnight, or was supposed to expire at midnight yesterday, which gives you guys a 41% discount. Okay. A regular 1-year membership to TTG is typically $2,048. That coupon code brings it all the way down to $1,198, which is an absolute steal because you have to understand what you guys get for that $1,198 for the year because everything is included. Okay. Just the Benzinga Pro newsfeed alone is several $100 for the year. If you were to buy it separately somewhere else or on your own, that's including your membership. That's a few $100 right there. Real-time level 2, if you guys pay a third-party provider for that for the year, that's a few $100 easy right there. So you guys are talking about, several hundreds of dollars in value that is just being added and included in your membership with and that's not even including the chat room, the trade alerts, the education, the courses, the trade simulator, the blog, the forum, the stock screener. That's not including any of the other stuff that you guys get including your membership. Everything is included. Okay. Everything is included. There are no upsells in True Trading Group. You guys get access to every single thing that we have available. You guys get access to it. All right.
Yeah, guys, for like my iHub app, I pay $960 a year. Actually, no, I pay $1,500 a year for it because I got all of this stuff on it, and they just bill me. And I always, every year, I'm like, oh, somebody stole my credit card. I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm paying that much, and I'm just too lazy to shut it down. Yeah, guys, you guys are getting, guys, honestly, I would charge you way more. If this was Wolf TTG, not TTG Wolf, it would be like double. No one-on-ones. You want a one-on-one? Yeah, here, call Adam.
Adam's taking one-on-ones now too, guys.
Yeah, he is. Only fan.
Dude, I do like 2 or 3 a day.
Adam is not taking one-on-ones right now. That is not a good look for anyone.
I really enjoy our one-on-one. I actually had a fantastic one-on-one today with an active military person who's being deployed next month, and I had a really great conversation with him. I love getting to know our members. I love putting a personality to a username. I love hearing people's successes. I love hearing people's experiences, and I just really like getting to know our members. I cannot wait, guys, for this coronavirus to be in the rearview mirror and for us to have a TTG in person retreat, and we're going to do something special for like 3 or 4 days with our TTG fam. I cannot wait.
I actually have a good idea. All right.
Guys, listen up because this is not common. Listen up.
Actually, Jason is the ideas guy.
That's bullshit. I am the ideas guy. I just pluck them off a tree. So this is what I'm thinking. Are you ready? We rent a camp. Like, remember when I went to Camp No Counselor, which was that adult camp where you could like.
Is that rehab?
No, well, it's kind of like rehab, but with beer. So I went to this thing, Camp No Counselors, and you know, it's like going to like sleepaway camp. There's bunks and everything, but then there's like all types of activities to do. I think we should just rent one of those places for like 3 days and go. It's great. They feed you. We could do like the tire rope swing into the water.
Guys, I got a better idea. You know what else feeds you? The Aria in Vegas. They feed you at that giant buffet. And they have a pool that you can jump into. There's not a tire swing, but it's Vegas. So I'm sure if you mention Mike's name with Sapphire, they'll get you a tire swing.
It's true. Just mention my name.
Oh man, I hate coronavirus so much.
We're almost there, guys. It's almost behind us, but guys, I'm telling you, we're going to set something up real super cool for all of our members. We're going to do, the in-person meetups. We're going to trade live together. We're going to, do a bunch of workshops. We're going to do live one-on-one sessions, but then we're also going to have a lot of fun. We're going to go to dinners. We're going to go maybe golfing. We're going to, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I really can't wait for it, but we got to get rid of.
You guys have not lived until you've gone to Vegas with Mike, Jason, and myself.
We have a lot of fun when we go.
Adam still owes me money from 2 years ago when we went to Vegas.
No, I don't owe him anymore because he makes inappropriate political comments that cause
I'm
me
just going to take the chips from you.
Mess.
So, guys, you want to know how this is how Adam thinks? He's like, dude, I'll send you a wire. He's like, how much? He's like, what? I'll just send you a wire. I'm like, no. I'm like, you have to give me cash. He's like, why can't I just send you a wire? I go, because I'm going to have to pay taxes on it. I'll send you a wire. That's Adam's famous last words.
Really?
Oh, man. All right, guys. So like I said, guys, listen, guys, you guys want to make sure you take advantage of that TTG 920. Okay. If Shug extended it for the next couple of days, you guys want to really make sure you take advantage of that, because that 41% discount, I mean, seriously, guys, a regular membership is usually $2,048, and you guys can jump in now for $11.98. And real important, if you guys sign up with that coupon code, you're locked in for that price. So if you guys pay $11.98 today, you will pay $11.98 next year, regardless of what the price of a membership is. If our membership next year is, let's say, $2,200, you will still get renewed at $11.98. It is an absolute no-brainer. If you guys are serious about joining the TTG family, you guys want to come, you guys want to get the same education I did working at a hedge fund, you want to trade with Jason and myself live and chat every day, guys, it's an absolute no-brainer. The value in what you're going to get from – we also share with you guys our long-term portfolios. So like I tell people when I'm adding to my long-term portfolios, what I'm adding, when I'm adding. I always tell everybody, Jason does the same thing. So, just that alone is invaluable. Then you have all the courses. You've got trading with us in chat. You can send us direct messages. We got private study groups. We have virtual trading workshops and webinars. We've got one-on-one mentor sessions. We have a trade simulator. We have a stock screener, TGD blog. We've got a forum. Guys, it's endless. We have the news feed. It's crazy.
Guys, let me make this real simple for everyone in here. Guys, anyone that is not a TTG member, just one more time so I can make sure I'm not just talking to myself and Mike's not talking to himself. Anyone that's not a TTG member, go ahead and type TTG in chat right now, please.
Good call. And while you guys are typing that, I'm just going to say my point, which is we're going to save you a lot more money from you not doing stupid shit with your accounts.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, guys, type it in chat for me if you could. Let's see if anyone's still here that's not a TTG member. All right, I see George Reyes, Jeffrey Wu, Arden. I cannot pronounce your last name. Caleb, Jaffergy, Colin. Everything's monetizable I plan on using that for my gamer tag in multiple places now. Trading with Mr. T is equally as good. Jesus, you guys are getting good with these names,
They
man.
are. There's some really good usernames.
Marcos Duran, Doug Pham, Daryl Shanks, Pierre Lewis made a face resembling somebody with the name Pierre Lewis. Lorenzo King, Keem Ho, all right. And James says here, which is bizarre. BWPCC 20. Okay, cool. Here's the deal. Now that I know that there's some people here, I'm going to make this real simple. And I'm talking specifically to the non-members that are in chat right now. Okay? So if I went ahead and I told you that if you were to go ahead and invest 1198, right? And within, I don't know, say 6 months, right? I could go ahead and tell you that you have on average an 80% chance of getting back 7 to 10 times your investment. Would you do it? This is not a trick question. Yep. Okay. Okay. So what I'm telling you right now, so for anybody, so your downside risk, James, your downside risk is that you make zero money and you spent $1,198. But I am telling you that on average, based on multiple surveys, okay? Yeah, dudes, a lot. Dudes. Okay, based on multiple surveys that we've done in our chat, okay, and with our members, and because we just keep a very good pulse on what our members are doing, roughly 80% of all of our members make their subscription fee back within the first 6 months of membership, and not just make it back, they make 7 to 10 times the subscription fee within that time period. Okay, that is not pie in the sky. That is not Lambos and mansions and money. That is real. Okay, so I'm telling you that you have the ability right now to take $1,198, and if you put forth the work, meaning you do the courses, you participate in the chat room, you use the simulator, you utilize the access that we give you to real professional traders. If you do those things, you have a pretty good chance, an 80% chance on average, of making 7 to 10 times your money within 6 months. However, if you are looking to just receive alerts, if you are looking to just be handed money on a silver platter because you have a trading account, please sign off. This is not for you. Okay? But I'm telling you, you put up $1,198, you have an 80% chance of making 7 to 10 grand in the next 6 months, and most people that do this get it done in the first, not most people, about 30% of that 80 get it done in the first 30 days. All right? Didn't the sale? Yeah, the sale was supposed to end at midnight last night, but we have a lot of demand for it, so we're gonna let it go till this coming Sunday, till the 13th. So I don't know. I mean, think about it again. On what starting balance? Any starting balance. It doesn't matter. We just did an entire 2-hour workshop on how to turn $500 into $25,000. So if you have $500 in your trading account and you have an ounce of effort in your system, invest $11.98 in yourself, and you have an 80% chance to make that back within the first 6 months 7 to 10 times. It's just a matter of, do you want to invest in yourself? Because I promise you that if I showed you a stock tip for tomorrow that I was really, really bullish about, you'd find about $1,000 to put into that shit.
So true. You guys wouldn't even think twice about putting $1,000 into some stock without having any clue what you guys are doing. But when I'm sitting here telling you to spend that $1,000 and get a professional education, the same education I received working at a hedge fund, and just to be able to trade alongside Jason and myself, it's and use all the resources like the real-time level 2, the news feed, it's our trade simulator, like just to be able, our stock screener. I'm telling you guys that you can come trade with us live, send us direct messages during the day, attend our private study groups. It's an absolute no-brainer, but you guys would have no problem putting that money into some small cap tomorrow that's halting because it's got a 2 million share float without knowing what you're doing. Put that money, invest it into yourself, so at least you guys can develop a game plan and you can actually, know what you're doing when you're going to go and trade those stocks moving forward.
They say, why doesn't Adam trade? Adam does not trade because Adam needs to run the business. Because if I didn't run the business, none of you guys would get any of the features that we're currently here. There would be no sense of real community for anything. You have one guy.
It'd be charting.
Yeah, you have one guy. Yeah, that's exactly what you get. That would be your new charting software right there. If I didn't run the business, that would be your new charting software.
Oh, get Usman Ibrahim out of here.
What is that? Why don't you pick more American names so we don't think automatically?
If you're going to spam the chat, pick a regular name.
Steve. Pick Steve. You'll stay under the radar later.
You failed at your job today, Isam Ibrahim. You failed.
Yeah, you're not going to get that commission now.
Yep.
Damn. God, looks like I'm going to have to get...
Is that an Etch-a-Sketch? Or X? Oh my God.
Etch-a-Sketch? No, it's better.
No, I can't talk either.
You push the button, and then watch, it goes away.
Mike, you got one for Minna.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome. I stole it from my son. Yeah, you got this for Sophie. Remember?
Yes, I sure do.
Mr. Potato Head?
It's nice that you actually opened it and played with it a lot.
No, I've never opened. I didn't give this to her. I took it.
Exactly. Lady Bird says, "Stop losing. Try to do it on your own." Guys, you gotta stop looking at it like you're paying for a service. You're not paying for a service. You guys are investing in yourself and getting an education to trade alongside. I've been doing this for 16 years. Okay, I mean that's what this is about. That's what you guys are doing.
Prosapien. We don't really trade crypto, man. Somebody says demo_19 says not a member, up 85,000.77% in 7 weeks, and apparently, yeah, that is a troll account. So see ya.
I mean, 85,000% gain in 7 weeks. Show me where to sign up.
Give me a screenshot. P&L or it doesn't count.
Show me the Carfax.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
What?
Gold jacket, green jacket.
Right, gold jacket, green jacket. Mike, what's that from?
He doesn't know.
No, come on, guys. What's that from? gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit? What's that from? Somebody help Pizza Mike.
I'm starving, actually. I'm probably going to get a pizza when I'm done with this. Oh, my God. Wait, it's 10 o'clock. I got to hurry up. Pizza, they're going to close.
Guys, Mike's getting married on Tuesday. There's a 30s. Yeah, there, Johnny Utah. Thank you.
Johnny Utah, give me 2. It was on the other day. Happy Gilmore.
I love it. Big Daddy.
Are you kidding?
Life is good. Ass. Are you guys selling something? I don't know why. You buying? Are you a cop?
I'm here for the 5 o'clock free crop giveaway. All right.
All right, guys.
Let's let Pizza Mike go get his pizza.
Yeah, I think we're done here for the evening.
Yep. All right, guys. So thank you all for joining us here tonight on this live stream. I love all of you. If you have not done so already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys don't miss out on any more of these live streams, these live Q&As, these educational lessons, as well as some daily market recaps and trade recaps where we talk about technical and mental lessons on the True Trading Up YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Okay, follow us on Twitch. And, of course, make sure you guys use that coupon code TGD920. Adam Shug just did you guys a major favor by extending that, because we had a lot of people that hit us up today. A lot of people hit me up today on Twitter. Some people messaged me on YouTube. We had a couple of people on Facebook as well. Nobody really from Twitch, but a couple people from Facebook as well that were asking about the Labor Day sale. So it has been extended. So use that coupon code, guys, to get that 41% discount. All right. That's it, gang. Everyone have a fantastic night, and I will see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.
Later.
Are they gone? Are they gone now?
TTG after dark.
Yo, this is like the Stop.
I was trying to take off my it's getting hot in my office.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, ladies. I'm married.
I just have to say, no, I lost it. Is this the Patreon? No, this is the OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. You guys want to rub some lotion on my feet?
No. You got to show your feet and like clip your nails. People are into weird stuff nowadays.
Yeah, I just saw a thing. Aaron Carter just did his first OnlyFans.
That's disgusting.
I know.
Do you want to see what Aaron Carter looks like now?
I know he's crackhead. I was at the mall by the Staples, not the Staples Center, where the Heat play.
Miami American Airlines Arena.
Yeah, and this little girl came up to me and she asked me, she's like, "Can I have your autograph?" And I was like, "Huh?" And
God, yes.
This is like 2007. I was like, no, I think you want that guy, and it was Aaron Carter. I was just like, ugh. And he was like,
yeah, guys, that's Aaron Carter. Here, hang on. This is totally not a good look. That is not. I don't want to OnlyFans that.
Dude, he's got a tattoo on his face now.
Oh yeah, hang on. I think I did see that. Is that it? Ugh. Yeah, none of that's any good.
Awful.
Awful.
Although, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to judge him. I've been in Penthouse before.
You were in Penthouse once.
Yeah. How many times were you in Penthouse?
I'm good.
Penthouse.
Stop it.
Hawk. That's right. All right. Well, this is all TTG members.
Yeah, at this point, which is just the way we like it.
Yeah, seriously. Do you guys like that AG trade? Don't worry, we're going to get him tomorrow on US Steel. But futures actually look pretty good, considering S&P is actually green right now, and NASDAQ is 0.73%.
You know what? I'm going to answer Trevor H. I'm going to answer Trevor H because he is the only one to have spelled my last name correctly this entire time. My day, he asked me how my day was, which is really nice because not a lot of people do.
I ask you how your day's going all the time. You're just been mean.
No.
How you doing? You're like, what do you want?
That's not true. None of that's true. None of that's true.
I send Adam pictures of our kids from like years ago.
Yeah, you almost made me cry the other day with that one.
Weren't those pictures so cute?
They really were. It's super screwed up. So, yeah, the wolf's hair is growing back very fast.
Dude, my hair grows back like yeah, I saw my dad for the first time while I FaceTimed with him today, and he's like, "What the hell happened to your head?"
It's the first time since coronavirus?
No, he went to New York. So I quarantined his ass. He went to New York, and then so I took a test before he went, and I just made him take a test when he got back. You know, either that or they can't see my kids.
Yeah, you want to hear something messed up?
Sure.
So I'm going to go to Mike's wedding next week. And Sarah, my wife, is not making me, I understand why she's doing it. I got a quarantine for a week.
Yeah.
When I get back, yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Well, it's like, you know, I told my parents, I'm like, all right, you guys can come back when you get a test, because I got, you know, 2 kids, and we're so, you know, for everybody in Florida, you know, my daughter's school is virtual. So what we did was we built a classroom in a friend's house, and those families are quarantining, we're quarantining. So it's like these are like the only people we're allowed to hang out with. And we're like super strict. And we're just like, yo, you know, like I can't afford to give one of them coronavirus or, you know, from one of you old people that just didn't do what you were supposed to. So yeah. So anyway, okay, yeah, I think we're all Raiden. I love Raiden.
Yeah.
The best fatality.
Some of these non-members in here tonight had some seriously good names.
I'm waiting for the name Kevin Bacon and Eggs.
No. See, you gave it to him now, so now someone's gonna do it. You got to let them pick it themselves.
Oh, I'd have a great name. It wouldn't be like Wolf.
So it's like somebody picked the other day. Somebody picked something like money trades or something, and I was like, it's weak sauce, right? But like monetize everything, or what was it?
Yeah, it was monetize everything.
Monetize everything was such a good. Was it demonetize? Oh God, are you still here? I like that name so much. I should have taken a freaking picture of it.
Chef Daddy's on here. Chef Daddy, I'm so happy you won that laptop. All right, guys. This is where I sign off.
Really? Is it?
Yeah, dude. You see me eating? It's because I was doing one-on-ones.
Everything is monetizable was the name.
Ah.
Yes, dude.
TTG crypto coin. All right, guys. Well,
all right, guys. We're gonna sign off for the night. I may be doing a podcast right now.
What?
Yeah, Curtis and I may do a podcast right now.
Curtis
Lepore.
Ah. Okay.
So,
all right. See you later.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. If you want. So, yeah, it's just us now, Doug. Guys, go to Instagram and follow at Adam Hyman. I'll post it when we do it there. But I'm probably gonna do it in the next like 5 minutes or so. It has nothing to do with trading. All right. All right. Good night, guys.